Healthcare is not a very easy subject to deal with, especially from the social development angle. And especially if you're sitting on the other side, trying to evaluate healthcare projects and say which is a good NGO and which is a good cause that you really need to fund, it gets even harder. And because the subject itself is very vast, and the number of, you can start from the basic hygiene, which is a wash program, to actually looking at on improving the mortality rate, the child and mother and infant mortality rate. So it's a variety of subjects that you deal with. So the subjury found very interesting to go through the proposals. So I must confess that the program management team of HCL Foundation had done a lot of preliminary work. They had collected the relevant data, they had done site visits, they had brought the right kind of information for us to read. And many of the background verifications, including the financial audits, were completely done. So the social audits were also done with. So some of the important questions that the subjury may have in mind while going through a proposal as a neutral party, the data points all got validated because of the pre-work in this area. We found big and small NGOs. We found NGOs which are multinational, working across various geographies, funded by big agencies. It could be private-owned foundations, or it could be funding agencies, to very small, like-minded youngsters coming together and starting an NGO years ago, and struggling to sustain, like an entrepreneur, a set of entrepreneurs, but doing entrepreneurial work passionately in the field of social work. So very diverse set of NGOs that we looked at. We discovered many new names. We discovered such names exist in the remote parts of Mizoram, remote parts of Jammu and Kashmir, to Tamil Nadu. So we found that they were very well distributed across India. So I think it was very challenging as a subjury member, very insightful, lot of learning. But the whole evaluation was done in a very systematic way. So we asked three questions, which we believe would be very important, besides the various parameters that came to us. A, can HCL grant really make a difference to this NGO whom we are going to fund? That was our first question. The second is, other than the NGO, the cause that they have picked up, can we really make a difference within the 3 to 5 year duration for which this money will get used? The third important question is, the proposal that has been given by the NGO, is it really pointing out to the cause that they want to work for? So there may be cases where the goals they want to achieve and the methodology that is being used to achieve the results, if they are not going hand in hand, then it's not going to serve the purpose at all. So these were the three questions that we really had in mind. And after doing all the parameters checking, we just went back to these basic three questions. And then we started working around who should get selected as part of the finalists. So that's how the entire process went about. I must confess that I didn't find innovation. I don't think I want to use that term because when you get into an healthcare space, there's so much you need to handle, right? So you would probably go in for a nutrition course. Then you start looking at pregnant moms. Then you start looking at the PHCs, how they're functioning. So it becomes very incremental, right? So we really didn't look for innovation, to be very honest. We didn't search for innovation. But what we also searched for is, technology, has it been considered? Because that's very important. I think many NGOs are still around paper and pen. Is technology been considered, or even are they using it in some part of the whole program? So, so that way we didn't find many actually accepting technology as part of the larger social development, which we believe that HCL grant will make a big difference, because the person who gets funded will not just get the fund for the developmental part, but also surely will get IT mentorship from us. So that's where we believe that HCL can make a difference.